Harley Quinn is one of the most popular characters in DC. Her success is undeniable. She actually had her own animated series, has been featured in various live-action films, appeared in multiple games, and so many other adaptations. All this coming from a character that's relatively new in the comics. Harley Quinn didn't come about during the same time as other major DC characters or even the most popular ones in the Batman universe. She was created in the 90s during Batman the Animated Series, and today, you're gonna learn about her origin in the comics and find out the differences between her origin story and the classic Batman animation. So, without further ado, let's dive into another complete story. Mad Love is a story written by the creative minds behind Batman the Animated Series, the official creators of Harley Quinn, Paul Dini and Bruce Timm, and it was illustrated by Bruce Timm in 1993. The story kicks off with Commissioner Gordon heading to a dental appointment, a mandatory checkup from the precinct that he hates doing. The problem is the one pretending to be the dentist is none other than the Joker himself, and he's not alone. Harley Quinn has tied up the commissioner. Just when the Joker is about to kill him, Batman swoops in, and he immediately throws a set of dentures to the floor, saying that his lead was done really poorly this time. But Harley interrupts Batman's criticism, saying that the idea for the lead was hers, just like the idea to gas the bat. She cracks a joke about Batman having gas issues, but the Joker yells at her, saying he's the one who tells jokes around here. Then the Joker leaves, taking Harley with him, while throwing a grenade on Commissioner Gordon's lap, but Batman quickly shoots the grenade out the window, and the Commissioner reinforces how much he really hates those checkups. In the Batcave, Batman tells Alfred that he didn't manage to catch the Joker because he's more slippery than ever, especially now that he has a partner, Dr. Harley Quinn. Batman already did some digging into her and knows that Harley was a star gymnast in high school, but her goal was to get a psychology degree, and even if her grades weren't the best sometimes, she always found a way to manipulate whoever she needed to. After she started working at Arkham Asylum, her goal changed, and she became Harley Quinn. Meanwhile, in his hideout, the Joker was analyzing and coming up with various plans to capture and kill Batman in a suitably humiliating yet comical way. He's so obsessed with this that even with Harley wandering around in a nightgown and offering him a ride on her Harley, he's more interested in Batman. The Clown Prince is frustrated that his trap at the dentist's office was too simple and feels he needs to put in more effort to find the perfect way to take down Batman. Then Harley asks why he doesn't just shoot him. The idea of killing the Bat in such a mundane way infuriates him because, to him, the Batman's death should be his masterpiece of comedy. Suddenly, he reveals one of his unused plans and gets excited because it's called the Death of 100 Smiles. The plan was to put Batman in a tank full of piranhas to be devoured, but the problem is that even though the Joker has managed to make a few fish smile in the past, he can't do that with piranhas since they always have a grumpy look on their faces. He becomes disheartened again, and Harley tries to get closer to him. However, the Joker kicks Harley out, landing her in a pile of trash where she keeps her pet hyenas. Harley reflects on the sorry state of her life, going from a psychologist to a wanted fugitive in love with a psychopath who treats her like trash. She wonders where things went wrong for her, and the answer points to Batman. He's the one who messed up her fun with her pudding from the very beginning. Years ago, Dr. Harleen was a young psychologist interested in extreme personalities, which led her to intern at Arkham Asylum, where she met the Joker on her first day of work when he winked at her. Later, when Harley arrived at her office, she found a rose with a note saying to meet him, signed with AJ for Joker. Harley goes to him and confronts him, asking how he got out of his cell and left that for her. She said she would report him, but the Joker knows that if she really wanted to, she would have done it already. He only did it because he became interested in her and loved her name. Joker says he liked her so much that he could share his biggest secrets with her. Seeing this as a potential boost for her career, Harley seized the opportunity, and 3 months later, with tons of study on the Joker's escapades, she held a session with him. She thought she was ready for any trick he might pull on her, but instead, the Joker started telling her that his dad used to beat him, which she wasn't prepared for. The Joker says he had a traumatic childhood with an alcoholic dad who beat him for no reason while all he wanted was to make people laugh and be happy. Harley increasingly felt empathy for him, so the Joker went on to tell her about the one time in his life he saw his dad truly happy, which was at the circus, where his dad laughed so hard at the clowns that he wanted to make him laugh too, so he did some silly stunts for him, dropping his pants and tripping, but after his dad laughed, he kicked him in the nose. The Joker says he just wanted to spread comedy to the people, but some people didn't get his jokes, like his dad or Batman. After several of these sessions, Dr. Harleen gained more and more empathy for the clown, siding with him and seeing Batman as the villain. They ended up switching roles. She began to trust him and was hopelessly in love with her patient. One day, the Joker escaped from Arkham Asylum but was recaptured and brought back by Batman, badly injured. Seeing this drove Dr. Harleen mad with hatred for Batman. So, she stole a Harley Quinn costume from a store, returned to Arkham, knocked out the guards, and freed the Joker, presenting herself to him as his Harley Quinn. She dreamed of a married life with little Joker babies, but that would never happen while Batman was in the way, so she decided to execute the Joker's plan. First, she sends a recording to the Gotham police warning them that the Joker has completely lost it and is preparing a gas bomb that could wipe out the entire city. The idea was to make them believe that she finally came to her senses and promised to help them stop the plan if they could protect her. Batman meets her that night alone, and he finds her at the docks where she hands over documents of the supposed Joker plan. The problem is that at that moment, the Joker himself appears on a boat heading toward the pier, calling Harley a traitor and shooting at her. Batman tries to protect her and attacks the Joker, but realizes it was just a dummy. Suddenly, he's attacked by Harley, who injects him with a powerful sedative. Batman then wakes up in a building, hanging upside down in chains, without his utility belt, and to make matters worse, he's over a tank full of piranhas. The story Harley told about the Joker's plan was a lie. Her real goal was to lure and finish Batman off using one of her beloved Pudding's plans. She figured she could use that 100 Smiles plan because if Batman was upside down, he'd be seeing the piranhas' frowns the other way around, as if they were smiles. Harley was ready to take the bat out of her way and keep her beloved Joker all to herself, but hearing this, Batman does something Harley has never heard him do. He laughs.
I've never seen you laugh before. I don't think I like it. Cut it out!
Batman says with contempt that the Joker doesn't love anyone but himself. He knew he could manipulate Harley the moment he saw her at Arkham. Furious, Harley snaps back that the Joker trusts her and shared personal secrets he never told anyone else, but Batman explains that those secrets are just stories he tells to manipulate people and gain their sympathy. Stories like the one about seeing his dad happy only once in life when they went to a skating rink, for instance. Harley confirms that it's the same for her, but it was at the circus. She's shaken and says the Joker will love her when she kills Batman. Then the Bat points out that the Joker won't believe her since the piranhas won't leave a body as proof, just bits of flesh and bone. Meanwhile, the Joker in his hideout keeps thinking about Batman and making plans, until he gets a call that sends him into a frenzy. He speeds off in his car, imagining how the other villains will laugh at him for having his girlfriend kill Batman instead of him. The speeding car catches the attention of Gotham's police. When the Joker arrives at their meeting, Harley runs happily toward him, but the Joker violently hits her, leaving her confused as she asks what she did wrong. The Joker says he's the only one allowed to kill Batman. She can't steal his punchline and can't interfere with his fun, but Harley explains that it's his plan she's using. She just improved it. That just makes the Joker even madder, saying it's worse because she had to explain the joke to him, ruining all the fun. With that, the Joker lunges at her and punches Harley again, throwing her down a fall of at least 5 stories from that building. Harley lands badly hurt in a trash pile, where Gotham's police find her mumbling that it was her fault for not getting the joke. Then the Joker frees Batman from the trap, apologizing for it, but before he leaves, he realizes Harley has given him one too good of an opportunity to pass up, and now he can kill Batman with his bare hands. So, the Joker grabs a gun, just like Harley suggested before, but Batman dodges, kicking the gun up, and the shot destroys the piranha tank, falling on top of the Joker. As the villain escapes, Batman reaches his utility belt, frees himself from the bindings, and goes after him, but the Joker jumps onto the roof of a moving train, and in the blink of an eye, Batman catches up to him. At this moment, the Bat admits that Harley Quinn came way too close to killing him, much closer than the Joker ever has, and the only way for him to get free was by using the crime clown's ego. Batman provokes him further, calling him Pudding. Furious, the Joker dives at Batman, leading to a brutal fight between the two. When the Joker pulls a knife on him, Batman delivers a blow so strong that it sends him flying out of the train and into a factory smokestack. The Joker's body was never found, but many thought it was the end of the Clown Prince of Crime. As the news reported this, Harley was being led to a cell in Arkham. After getting her wounds treated, when she hears this, she says it's the end of the Joker for her too. No more obsession and madness, she finally sees the Joker as the murderous psychopath he truly is, but when she gets to her cell, she sees a vase with a rose and a note wishing her a speedy recovery, signed by Jay. With just a little attention from the villain, Harley's obsession returns once again, and that's how the story ends. Mad Love is a sensational story and a well-developed origin for Harley Quinn. The comic was adapted into an episode of Batman the Animated Series, but during the new Batman Adventures. The comic was released during a time when the animation still had the original character designs, so the most obvious difference between the animation and the comic is in its style and Batman's costume, since it was during the redesign period. The episode that adapts the comic has the same title as the comic, and the differences between the animation and the comic don't just stop at design. Harley Quinn herself was softened in the animation. Since we're talking about an animation aimed a bit more at a young audience, details that sexualized the character were removed. In fact, the comic, which won the Eisner for Best Single Story in 1994, even had parts cut by DC's editors at the time, since Harley was in some poses in certain panels that the editors rejected. This was a characteristic of Bruce Timm, who often chose to sexualize female characters in their stories. In Mad Love, in the panel where Harley Quinn asks the Joker to ride her Harley, it's a nod to both Harley Davidson and Harley Quinn herself. In the panel, Harley is in a position as if she's riding a motorcycle, and in Bruce Timm's original panel, she would have been sitting with her legs spread, which led the editor to reject it, prompting Bruce Timm to tone down the drawings to make it a bit more implied than explicit. Everything that was sexualized in the comic was softened in the animated episode. This classic origin of Harley Quinn isn't without its tragedy, as we're talking about one of Batman's major villains. Everything that's worked out makes you empathize with the character's pain, not just the madness that consumes her because of the Joker, but everything she experiences in that tumultuous relationship with the clown. Now I want to know your thoughts. Did you enjoy Harley Quinn's origin story? Do you like Batman the Animated Series and the new Batman Adventures? What are your favorite stories and moments featuring Harley Quinn? Write in the comments, cause I'm keeping an eye on that, and don't forget to leave your bat like on this video, your bat subscription to our channel, and hit the bat bell so you're always in the loop with everything happening in DC. This is the best place for you to stay informed, so subscribe so you don't miss anything. Also, consider supporting our work by hitting the thanks button near the subscribe button. This way, you help us bring you even more videos than usual, and always with higher quality. Thank you so much for all the support you give us. For you Harley Quinn fans, I'm leaving a recommended playlist for you. It's a series of videos where we reviewed every episode of the 5th season of Harley Quinn. There's plenty of detail, comic Easter eggs, and other adaptations, and much more. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it. Plus, for those who love videos about sagas and complete comic arcs, click on this playlist on the other side to stay updated on the biggest DC comic sagas and stories, so you'll always be in the know. Thank you so much for being here in this video, and see you next time.